Technique 3. This is one you can take on the fly as long as you got the points memorized. You don't need the book, you don't need the poster. It's the easiest thing in the world. There's no muscle testing. So again, you can use it on its own or in conjunction with the gamma system. Now, who's heard of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique? Okay? It is basically a shortcut. Instead of tapping 12 or more points, there's 5 points. You can rub them or tap them. Each point corresponds to a specific element, so each element corresponds to their specific organs and meridians, and corresponds to specific emotions related to it. So, the neat thing is about this technique is, I don't even need to know what the issue is. Someone can say they got an issue they'd like to work on, they can keep it all in their head. I don't need to know. And most of the time I don't care to know. So, who out here has got a specific bad memory that just seems to follow them around from time to time? Kind of like that proverbial dead horse. You're walking around with that dead horse with the memory on it, and you stop, and you beat it, and you beat it, and you beat it. Then you grab it, and you walk a little bit more, and then you stop, and you beat it, and you beat it. Who has this unpleasant memory or event in their life they'd like to address? I don't rush up here at once. All right, good. And the neat thing about this technique, you have them doing when they're laying down. So go ahead and lay on your back. Okay? Okay, so first thing you do, is it an event or memory or what?
An event.
Okay, so she has an event that follows her around from time to time, and it pokes its head up every so often and sticks her. What I want to do is, we use the analogy, okay, I want you to pretend or visualize that you're in your own personal theater with a giant 100-inch big screen TV. And in your hand you have the remote. And you can, what I want you to do is bring up that memory that you have, okay? And with this memory, you can fast forward it, you can rewind it, you can pause it, you can jump channels, but you're going to play that tape. Now, very important that we get a gauge of the emotional intensity of this event. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably a 10 right now, wouldn't you say? Okay, so she's there already. And so when she's there, she's watching it. And I'm going to rub points. So the first 2 points are the water points. Bilateral K27, they're right here on the collarbones, where the collarbone and the sternum meet. I'm going to rub those for 15 to 20 seconds while she's thinking about the event. Then I'm going to move over to the metal points. It's basically in the crease between the pecs and the deltoids. It's lung 1 in Chinese medicine. I'm going to rub those for 20 to 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go up to the forehead, and I can either rub right up here, or I can just go back and forth across. These aren't really points, but the bladder meridians run up here. So we're going to address those. These are actually for earth points, small for the stomach, spleen, and pancreas. So I'm just going to rub, either rub here or go back and forth. She's thinking about the event, watching it, hearing it, seeing it, feeling it. Now I'm going to go down to the wood point, which is conception vessel 14. You come off the xiphoid, it's right in the midline. It's only 1 point. All the others are bilateral. This is 1 point. And you just rub that. You can tap it if you want, but rubbing is a lot more gentle, I think. 15 to 20 seconds. Then you come down the rib cage, the angle of the ribs, down to the corner here in the soft spot, spleen 16. These are the fire points. So you rub those for 15 to 20 seconds. Then I like to repeat, back up to the water points. Another round. So we're dealing with the water point, it's kidney, ureters, and bladders, so that addresses fear, dread, impending doom, bad memory, paralyzed will, abuse, terror, any of those emotions. Metal points, large intestines and lungs, so grief, sadness, suffering, anguish, longing, torment, force, coerce, feeling, controlled, spiteful, greedy, judgment. We rub those for 15. We go up to the earth points, stomach, disgust, worry, nervous, anxious, despair. Spleen, pancreas, low self-esteem, lack of control, hopelessness. Down here to the wood point, liver, anger, hate, rage, resentment, frustration, gallbladder, depression, resentment, simmering anger, common bile duct, forgiveness issues. Then we come down to the fire points, small intestines, heart, thyroid, adrenals, reproductive organs, thymus gland, and brain, feeling lost in life, abandonment, deserted, worthlessness, unworthy, useless, paranoia, stress feelings, all the emotions that go to the fire elements. So I do 2 cycles and then I stop and I go on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you at now? First time it pops in her head. She's at a 5, so we've dropped at 50. We keep going. I want it to a 0. If it takes 30 seconds to get to a 0, it takes 30 seconds. If it takes 30 minutes to get her to 0, it takes 30 minutes. You want her to 0. And it doesn't matter which order you do them in, as long as you get all 5 points. You can start anywhere. By habit, I start with water, then I go to metal, then I go to earth, wood, and then fire. It's just habit.
Probably you won't miss any if you go in the same order.
Correct. This technique is used for phobias, fears, bad memories. Works really good on post-traumatic stress, anxiety, panic attacks. If you have someone with a panic attack, lay them down and just start rubbing the points. They'll come out of it in a couple minutes. Were you at the seminar?
Yes.
Yeah, the one guy had a panic attack and I just laid him down.
Yeah, I stand there, he was talking to me and he was just like, there's something wrong with me. And of course I am familiar with panic attacks and I go, oh, you're having a panic attack. And so, I mean, he nearly fell down because he was hyperventilating. And so he laid down on the table and Dr. Sondrup did this and it didn't take long and he totally came out of it.
Yeah. You have a child that's upset, lay him down and just start rubbing points. If you have an addiction or a craving, you can use this too. So if you have a, say someone's got an alcohol problem or a drug problem, what you do is you have them think of that day, the biggest day when if they didn't get that shot of whiskey or that hit of pot or a line of Coke, they were going to rip somebody's head off. You want them to go to that day, tie into the emotions and memories of that, and rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, and go all the way to 0.